I am fat. Go watch any of my Britney videos and you'll see a fat 22-year-old with massive tits that absolutely no one can figure out the origin of because no one on either side of her family has massive tits. Massive tits that recently decided that double D was too small and F is a much better size. You know what? I'm going to take a moment to go on a little big tit hating rant. I don't give two fucks how aesthetically pleasing big boobs are. They are fucking annoying. Ignore all the times my breasts have pressed buttons on my phone or laptop, all the times I've walked nipple first into the edge of a door, and all the times I've been shocked in the nipple while doing laundry at work. Do you have any idea how terrifying it is for me, someone with a long-ass history of spraining her ankle, to walk downstairs with a basket of laundry in my hands, unable to see the steps in front of me? I usually have to grab my tits and move them out of the way, but I can't do that when I'm holding a fucking laundry basket. Big titty ran over. As previously stated, I am fat. I always have been. I grew up with a morbidly obese dietitian for a mother. Yeah. My mom is a big fan of just sort of eating whatever you feel like. She makes a lot of cakes and pies and shit, and there's always an abundance of junk food in the house. This has calmed down over the last few years, but it was really bad when I was in K-12. My mom has never really exerted any control over what I've eaten. My eating habits as a child were horrendous. One of my favorite snacks was a giant bowl of Rice Krispies with Reddi-wip and Ovaltine that I would often eat 2 to 3 times in the morning before my dad would wake up and to take me to day camp and while mom was at work. From about 5th grade to about a year and a half ago, so about 10 years, I would eat ramen with fake crab every morning for breakfast and eventually got to a point where I'd often eat it twice a day. My mom never stepped in to stop me, and she went to school for 4 years and got a degree in dietetics. So I always viewed her as an all-knowing authority growing up. Something I didn't learn until I was at a concert buying a shirt from a merch booth is just how fucked up my perception of my own body size is. I asked for an extra large, and the girl at the merch booth seemed shocked. She said there was no way I was an extra large, and held a medium up to me, saying that was my size. I got the medium, but never wore it. As soon as my mom saw it, she said that it would be too small, that it would better fit the 2-year-old next door. The shirt looked like it would fit, though in hindsight, I'm not sure I'd be able to get it over my tits, but I never tried it on to find out. I think I was scared I'd get stuck in it and have to listen to an "I told you so" from my mom. There was a time, several years back, my first couple years of high school, where I was really active. I'd go out walking several times a day, covering several miles and usually at least a couple hours, even in the Minnesota winter. I went on the inaugural Boundary Waters canoe trip with my high school and again the year after. I went from 170 pounds to 140, and that's the lowest weight I've been. For my junior and senior years of high school, I participated in this program that my state has called PSEO, or Post-Secondary Enrollment Options, that allowed me to get my associates and go to college for free while getting my high school diploma. I learned around December 2013 that I am epileptic and that my seizures are stress-induced. I learned this after 2 separate instances, roughly a month apart, in which I went out for a walk and woke up in an ambulance. My level of activity has never recovered from that. After the second seizure, I needed an x-ray of my jaw to make sure I hadn't broken it. And I still have a massive scar tissue on my chin. There were a couple years, 2015 to 2017 or something like that, where life just beat the shit out of me. Maybe I'll make a video on that someday, but not today. The biggest I ever got was 225 pounds. I was 215 or so when I made the Britney videos. I'm about 208 now. Not really sure what I intended with making this video. Maybe I just wanted to get this off my chest. It's on my mind a lot, but I never really talk about it because some of this stuff makes my mom uncomfortable. And we don't talk about things that make my mom uncomfortable in my house. I don't have friends, so there's that too.